What is going on, guys? Predator458 here, and welcome back to my channel. And today we are back in Armored Warfare, where we're going to be taking a look at the Chieftain Mk5 main battle tank. This is a tier 5 MBT from Shishkin's tech tree. As you can see, it is part of the Western European main battle tanks line, and it is the first vehicle in this line at the moment at tier 5. And in order to unlock it, you need to deflect 43,650 potential damage in PvP, or alternatively you can deflect 87,300 potential damage if you're playing in PvE. So a lot of people unlock this fairly quickly, and I unlocked it a little bit earlier, or earlier than the weekend. Quite a good looking tank, I think. And as you can see, not all that far along in the grind towards the Challenge 1 at tier 7, so there's no tier 6 at the moment. I've still got an armor retrofit slot to unlock, firepower retrofit, 2 engines, thermal sight, intercom system when I reach proven. But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad little tank. Let's have a look at the details. As you can see, it has only got 100 millimeters of frontal hull armor, 70 on the sides, 40 at the back. Turret armor gets rather good with 395 millimeters at the front, 170 on the sides, and 50 at the back. However, you only get that once you've unlocked the Stillbrew applique armor package. With this package, you do lose a little bit of rear armor, I think, but it's not the end of the world. And yeah, I mean, as for the retrofits, I've got the experimental propellant Mark 1 and the reinforced internal hull reinforcement Mark 1, excuse me. And then I have obviously got the better ammunition. Now, ammo choice is one of the limiting factors with the Chieftain, because you do not get any kind of heat ammo. Your only choices are your armor piercing, fin stabilized discarding sabot, or a Hesh round. So sometimes dealing with slightly more lightly armored vehicles can be a bit of a problem where heat would do really well. You're kind of relying on APDS. I do carry a little bit of the Hesh high explosive squash head rounds into battle with me, but that's just in case I really need to use it. So as I said, you know, the hull armor is really bad, only 100 millimeters, but the front of your turret's got nearly 400. So this is a tank you do kind of want to go hull down in, if possible. It's also not particularly fast. Let's just bring up the stats again. 0 to 62, 10 seconds. 0 to 32, 10 seconds. A max speed of 48.6. I don't think I've really ever reached that. It is a really slow tank. It feels like you're driving a heavy tank, although you don't really kind of have the armor. So anyways, let's leave this little introduction alone and head off into a game with it. Alright, and welcome to the gameplay. We are on Cold Strike, and I sort of let the game start a little bit before I hit recording, just because it does take this thing so long to do anything. Now, before we get going too much, again, I am still learning this game. I am still a massive noob at it, so if you see me doing anything stupid or anything wrong, feel free to put it in the comments down below and let me know, because I do want to get good at this game, and I do want to provide quality content on it on a regular basis, at least once or twice a week. Now, the reason you're seeing Armored Warfare today is because, well, quite frankly, I haven't been able to walk away from this game. As frustrating as it can be sometimes, I just haven't been able to walk away. And we've got a massive clump of enemies just over there, so we're going to go and see what we can do there. So I mean, this whole weekend I've barely played any World of Warships. I'll get back to it probably tomorrow, and hopefully get a video for Tuesday. Recording this commentary on Sunday night. And we have another Chieftain. Take the shot, and we get a hit for 383 damage. So as you can see, I mean, while you don't have heat rounds, these APDS or APFSDS or whatever they're called, I'll take another shot, and we do 439 again on a Chieftain. And I think we also damaged the guy behind him. If you look at the outgoing damage, we fired 2 shots but got 3 hits. Another 443 damage. But even though you don't have heat, these shells do seem to do a fair amount of damage. And pulled back there, that looked like an MBT-70 looking at us, and we don't want to take a heat round from him. Now, unfortunately, we're kind of not really playing to this tank's strengths. As I said, we kind of want to go hull down, and we're very much not in a hull down position. But it hasn't, we haven't been the focus target. I think this is another one of those tanks that maybe kind of works not so much as a frontline tank, but maybe a second line tank where you can support, and that's what we've been doing. I want to now go and try and get a little flank off and see if we can get behind some of these guys and do some damage to them. We all know how much the enemy team likes to take it in the rear. But I've got tanks popping up all over the place. We've lost one tank. The enemy hasn't lost anyone yet. We lost an M68-3. I don't see anyone there. But I mean, again, you can just see how slow this thing is. Even, I mean, we're on tarmac, flat stuff, and we're barely getting up to 30 kilometers an hour, accelerating and turning a little bit. And there we go, we hit 30. Oh, back to 20. 30, 31, yeah. Speed demon, this. So let's poke our nose around this corner, see if we can find anyone. We've lost 2 tanks now. We haven't killed anyone. And there we've got another chieftain. He's on very low health, so we just need to sort of penetrate his armor. And let's try and ricochet. Unfortunately, we take 400 damage in return. But thankfully, another good thing about this tank is it does have a rather large health pool. We have 1956 hit points, and we've still got another armor retrofit slot to go, where we can probably increase that even more if we want. And I think that's just going to bounce. And I'm just being a little bit cautious here because there is another. Let's track him, which we did. He's down to 18 hit points. Hopefully someone takes him out. But I'm being a little bit cautious because there's someone else on... we missed there. And there goes a light tank. So yeah, there's a few guys in front of us, and I don't want to push too far and then land up having 2 tanks shooting at me, because that might not be good. And I don't know if we're going to penetrate like that. And someone else gets him. Very good. And we've at least pulled it back a little bit. It's now 12-13. And let's get a shot into that guy. We do track damage and we bounce a shot from him. So unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, I know you can get this thing to over 2,000 hit points, which is quite nice. And if you can get hull down, that front turret armor is pretty good. And can we get through him like that? We can indeed. 423 damage, and we damage his engine. So let's pull back so that he cannot return the favor. And he hit the light post, I think. We'll fire again, and we're just punching through his side, even though he's fairly angled. Another 442 damage, hit his engine. And now he's just sitting there. I think, has he been tracked or something? Hit his fuel tank, 411. Waiting for the reload, about 8.5 seconds, so it's not too bad. 445, done 3,000 damage already. Just keep an eye on my surroundings a little bit. See if we can push up and get this kill. Again, don't want to be too aggressive, but we've lost more tanks. 9-13 now. We're just trying to chase him down, and very slow. And there's another chieftain. The fire. Oh, we just hit his track, and now someone is behind us. What is that? Oh. I don't think we're going to get out alive. And chieftain, and just hit his track. That was unfortunate. Badly aimed shot by me, and now, yeah. 3 guys. See if we can get through. No penetration on his lower plate, which is unfortunate. Trying to back up, but we're so slow, and we take more damage. 7-13, and we're dead. 6-13. So we did quite well for ourselves, but our team sort of let the enemy just kind of sweep through wherever they came from. So that was unfortunate, but 3,084 damage. So I'm going to stop talking now, and I will join you guys back at the results. Alright, and the game didn't really last that much longer. Probably another minute or so for the enemy team to finish off the remaining 6 tanks on our team. So unfortunately, not a very good team. But, you know, what can you do? It happens, and I still enjoyed that match. Still did a good amount of damage, even though I didn't really play to its strengths. But anyway, we got 2,100 research, 113,000 credits. As I said, 3,084 damage, 7 spots, and 554 from spotting damage. We got Master Gunner, and we got the Iron Star for earning the highest reputation on the losing team. We did nearly... what's that? We got a lot more damage. I think we got nearly twice as much damage as anyone else. We almost got the most damage in the game, missing out by less than 100 points. So not a bad match. I rather enjoyed that. The tank is slow. It's got a good gun, good armor if you can get it into a hold down position, and yeah, just working my way towards that challenger. Hopefully, maybe I can get it before they add something in at tier 6. But anyways, I think that is it for this video. If you enjoyed, please feel free to hit the thumbs up button down below and consider subscribing for more Armored Warfare content, as well as World of Warships, War Thunder, and a few other things from time to time. But yeah, as I said, that is it from me. Thank you very much for stopping by. This is Predator 45A signing off, and I will see you guys next time.